little bit about taking pictures and video in Ghana. I went to Ghana in August of 2011. I stayed there for 3 weeks. And when I went to Ghana, it was my first time in Africa, and I wanted to take a lot of pictures and a lot of video. And one thing I didn't expect is that I have such a big problem doing that. I live in Japan, and here in Japan, I just go around, I take video and pictures of whatever I want. Sometimes people complain when I go into stores and I'm shooting video. They tell me I can't shoot video there. I don't know if they have any legal basis for that or not, but just I try not to cause any ripples in this society here, and I try to be peaceful because everybody else is. So I respect people's wishes, and I stop filming when they ask me to. But my experience in Ghana was pretty shocking, actually, and I wanted to, help some people out that are thinking of going to Ghana, and especially people that are thinking of going to Ghana to take pictures and videos. So I want to talk a little bit about my experiences. Well, basically, the first day I got to Ghana, I got to my hotel and I unpacked, and then somebody who worked at the hotel offered to help me out because I had to go buy some cosmetics and I didn't know where to buy them. So I went outside my hotel, and of course I brought my camera because this is my first time walking down the street in Ghana. And it was nice to get out because I had just been traveling for about 24 hours on an airplane. And so I brought my camera and I was walking down the street and I started shooting video. And immediately just because I'm a human being, I could see the people acting kind of in an uncomfortable manner as I was shooting, pointing my camera at them. I noticed people started to make remarks, and I started to feel uncomfortable, and so I put my camera away. My first day in Ghana, I didn't want to cause any problems. I didn't want to bring any harm to myself. There's just a couple of experiences I had in Ghana. I mean, basically every time I went out and I pointed the camera at somebody, they would either dodge out of the way, or they would they would yell at me and say, "Hey, you can't take pictures here." And Ghanaians are, from my experience, they're very peaceful, much more peaceful than I expected. But man, when I pulled that camera out, people would get aggressive really fast, and it was just very puzzling to me because I couldn't understand why they got why they were so peaceful. I think if given the chance, Americans would be more likely to rob you and take advantage of you if there was no police to enforce the law. I think Americans would be more likely to rob you than a Ghanaian would, because in Ghana the police are corrupt, so people really are lawless, yet they choose to be respectful and peaceful. So what really puzzled me was that they just really got angry when I pulled out a camera. So anyways, I was walking down the street one day just shooting video, and I wasn't pointing the camera at anybody in particular, just shooting the street scenes. And I didn't know it, but the police were watching me, and I was with a Ghanaian friend, thank goodness. It was a guy, and the police called us over and they said, "What are you taking video of? Why are you taking a video? What are you going to do with it?" And they started questioning me. And I just said, "Hey, I'm a tourist. It's like my first time in Ghana, my first time in Africa. It's just interesting to me. In my country, I don't see this kind of stuff," and blah, blah, blah. And then my Ghanaian friend, he talked to the police, and he got us out of the situation. And my Ghanaian friend told me that if he hadn't been there, that the police probably would have, bribed me and made me, give them money, but there was another time I was shooting video. I was riding in a taxi, and I thought I would be safe in a taxi because I was in a taxi. We were driving through traffic in downtown Accra, and I was just holding my camera out the window in the taxi because it was just such an interesting street scene. I mean, if you've never been to Africa, man, you are going to want to take so many pictures because it's so amazing there. There's so many colors and just scenery that you've never seen before, and you're going to want to take pictures and video. And we were going about 10 miles per hour in this taxi, and some guy just starts hauling ass down the street chasing my taxi, and I had my hand out the window of the taxi shooting video, and he was hightailing it up to us. He was catching up to us, and I put my hand back in the taxi, and the taxi driver rolled up the window, and boy, that guy caught up to us, and he was pissed off. He did not want, I don't think I even shot a video of him, but he saw me taking video and he got pissed off. So my point is that Ghanaian people get really angry when you put a camera in their face, or if they feel like they're being filmed, or if they feel like you're taking a picture of them. My basic feeling of it was that Ghanaian people, they feel kind of distrustful, like, about what you're going to do with the pictures you take or the video you take. I didn't have any bad intentions with the videos or pictures that I took, but they kept on saying to me, like, I asked them why do Ghanaian people get so upset when I take pictures of them, and they said, like, well, we don't know what you're going to do with it, you're going to put it on the internet, oh, and another thing they said a lot to me was they don't want people from the West to show Ghana as a poor country, as a place where there's only poverty and sickness and crime. They don't like Westerners showing Ghana like that. That actually makes sense to me, because Ghana is not just a place of poverty and crime. It's also a place of beauty and peace. And then another thing that I got the sense that Ghanaian people felt that as a Westerner, that you should pay to have the privilege to take pictures of Ghana. And that's like the one thing they can't charge you for. Like, they can charge you for water. They can charge you to have a seat at a restaurant. They can charge you for food, but they can't really charge you for taking a picture. And I think that really pissed them off, that they couldn't get some kind of compensation for you taking a picture or a video of the people or their country. And then lastly, I just wanted to mention that if you're going to Ghana and you're taking a lot of pictures and video, if you're able to do it, and just be careful, and is that you can find, to back up your media, you can find DVDs in Accra. You can find DVDs at the computer cafes. There's a lot of computer or internet cafes there, and they sell DVDs there. They cost about $1. That's how much they sell them for, or maybe it was about 50 cents. And then they have modern computers there, so you can back up your media pretty easily. The internet is too slow, so if you want to like shoot video and then upload it to YouTube, the internet connection is too slow there, so don't even think about doing that. The internet connection is pretty much just good for like sending emails and stuff, but uploading, downloading stuff, internet is too slow. Anyways, that's just some tips and advice on shooting video and taking pictures in Ghana.